Hey folks, Dude here, coming at you of all things. Well, it's gonna be Thursday, June 2nd. And kind of one of those things, I'm going through my various case of looking things over on Facebook, on my feeds, and I found something that is kind of, well, good and bad. Well, the good is essentially that Google/Android, they decided to do something and answer into Apple to one of those things that they have on board. Now, if you do have iTunes on your cell phone, you can go online and you can find your phone. You can actually find your phone. You can actually access your phone. And if it's not in your possession, you can brick your phone. Now, bricking a phone is a term where you lock your phone into a state of dead. I mean, literally, you wipe all the stuff out of it. You clean out all the memory. You clean out all the RAM. Everything on board is essentially gone. The other thing, too, is the phone does not work. It's about as useful as a brick. Hence, it has been bricked. It's a good phrase. It means what it says. Your phone is bricked. So the bad guy's got your phone, and he's going, and it's going, no. And it's flipping a little finger icon at him because it's saying, not working, goodbye. It's a good piece of tech. You can ask anybody. iPhones are a very, very secure device. You actually need to create a phantom copy of it and then go and play around with it. So if you lose a phantom copy, you're not going to cry. But that's the only way you're going to crack an iPhone. You got to actually make a virtual image of the phone and actually play around trying to get into the virtual image. And you only have 10 tries, literally 10 tries. When you have the code put in for your iPhone and you input a wrong code, it goes, no. Third time, dude. Okay, now you're gonna have to wait about it. Think about the code. Keep doing it. After the 10th time, it wipes the phone and bricks it. Now, I've heard a story before. Somebody had an iPhone, and their kid got a hold of it, read like a little kid. Well, the little kid was going, opened it, and it said, that's so cool. There's all these pretty little pictures on there. And when dunk, locked the phone, changed the passcode to a new code, and it's like, kid, what did you do? What do you mean? I don't know. And it's like a little kid, so it's like,
pretty pictures. Poke.
and, well, that phone is now useless. Because they can't access it, the code is unknown, and the kid just went, So, literally, that phone is locked out in such a way, shape, and form that the former owner cannot access the phone. Yeah, it's kind of one of those deals. So essentially what they have now from Google for the Android devices, and they have something referred to as the Android Device Manager. Doesn't that sound a little bit familiar, kind of like iTunes? No, it doesn't. It sounds like Google trying to do something that is kind of sort of like iTunes. Now, what iTunes is for the Apple devices essentially is a catch-all. You have your applications, you have your music, and you also have your tech support. Pretty much one thing, okay? You click the button, bing, bang, boom, it's all going from one thing. Now, on an Android device, it is something else entirely. Literally on an Android device, it is going to be. You could put your own music in there, you have your choice of players, and oh yeah, it plays Windows Media and MP3s. Windows decided to be kind of a jerk to Apple by making the Windows Media that does not be a compatible thing on an Apple device because they want MP3s. Jerks. MP3s works just fine. And also, the tech support is such that pretty much you're your own tech support unless you really mess it up bad. Now, the thing is with this Android Device Manager, and I actually looked at it and I did not use it. I simply looked at it, I did not download it, I did not play with it, but it is there if you wish to stick it on your own Android device. The Android device makes it easy to locate, ring, or wipe your device from the web. Ooh. And phone service, too. It's completely a dead duck. So literally, if you have your computer set up as such that if you're using Chrome and you log into your Gmail account, your G Plus account, your Google account, that is how you access this stuff from Google Play, or literally the application store. You know, Android uses Google for the Google Play Store, which is where you get all your apps, your support, what have you, as opposed to Apple using iTunes. Now, I've described pretty much the difference between an iPhone versus an Android phone as this. The Apple phone is the Porsche that you get into. It tears ass around a track, and it's good from its outset, does everything that you want it to do. But it is always going to look like a Porsche. The Android phone, on the other hand, is a hot rod. You can put the different engines in there, you can change the transmissions, change the wheels, change everything, make it uniquely your own device. even down to and including changing the icons of those things in which you're using, how they're established, removing bloatware, turning off bloatware, and making things that you don't want to run, turn off. Trying to do that stuff on an Apple phone is reprehensibly hard. My sister's got an iPhone, I forget if it's a 5, 6, or what have you, but it's one of the newer good ones. And she's explained the situations where she had dealing with bloatware, literally where she had stuff going and just hogging the resources and just sucking the battery down to doom in very short order. Androids are loaded up with bloatware, okay? Don't get me wrong on that one. They are loaded with crap. You turn your phone on your first time and you're going, no, beep, no, beep, no, beep, stop doing that, beep, no, I don't, no, stop, beep, no, beep, no, beep, no, no, beep, no, beep, 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 beep. So finally you're just going, beep, 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 ah! And you need to look it up on the internet on how to make it stop doing beep, 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 what it's doing, because it's beep, 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 driving you out of here. Beep, 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 gourd. Beep, beep, beep. So essentially what it was is customizing my phone, which I have an Android phone. Actually, I have several Android phones. Before my current, I had an Samsung S3. Awesome little phone. As a matter of fact, I can pull the SIM card out of my 5, which I'm currently using, Samsung S5, and stick it back into 3, and use it anytime I wish to. So literally, I'm just switching around the SIM card, and both phones do work. I mean, actually, I could switch them back and forth on a whim. And the other thing, too, is essentially I took my previous phone and I used it as a template to play with the new phone. Now, the new phone does things a little bit differently. The battery's a little bigger, has a bigger screen, it's a lot faster processor, and by and large, it does stuff so much quicker and a couple things easier. There's a couple glitches I really don't like about it, but by and large, it is a better phone. Now, doing this thing with the Android Device Manager, yeah, that's really cool until somebody gets into your house, logs into your computer because you didn't have it encrypted or password protected. You, my friend, are screwed. All they have to do is log into your Google account if you have it already in your presets or in your links or along like your tabs on top of your home page. If any of that stuff is in place and they log into your Gmail account or your Google account and they start playing with your stuff and upload this thing from remote, they can brick your Android phone. Not good times. So I want to give you guys kind of a heads up and let you guys know about this thing. If you don't upload this to your phone, it's not in there to screw with you in the process. But if you do put it in your phone and you use it well, it's another toy for you to play with. Here's the other thing too. The information that is on the internet is only gotten in 2 ways. Number 1, it is information that you put on there by yourself. Be very, very cagey with that information you put on the internet, and also be very protective of that stuff that is out there and who you've given it to. By and large, posting your phone number online for social media sites is not good stuff. But the thing is, my phone number, which I've been using since the mid-90s, it's out there, okay? It's not like there's any way I'm going to stop anybody from having that phone number, because I've been using that cell number. Literally, it started out as a Sprint account, and I had that number for so long because I wanted to keep that number until such time that the laws made it as such that you literally could transport that number from carrier to carrier to carrier, and the carrier had to let you to uplink with that phone number and let you keep it as your own. All right, folks, this is going to be me breaking off on this one, but I want to tell you guys about this new thing, Android Device Manager. It's either a tool for good or something for the alien invaders to take over with. Or possibly just, something the bad guys can use. Be really careful with the information that you share, and also be really careful how much you use with 4G or your own hardcore service for Wi-Fi, because Wi-Fi can be hacked. All right, folks, I'm going to break over this one. Eat good, keep it centering, as always, keep your Android safe and the a-holes out of your phone. Not good times. See you guys.